And you can see here a strong break running up the page there. A retracement of this structure here. You can see big structure coming in here. I've also connected, you can see here, those falling tops. And they all come together here. The lateral support, the diagonal support. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another trading day, and today I will have a look at XRP, XLM, Solana, Bitcoin. I'll also look at gold, the dollar index, and some US indices, and a failed head and shoulder pattern on Forex, and also some individual currency strength. First we look at XRP, a very nice run up the page, retracement to be expected after a big run like that. And all over the place yesterday with the inauguration and all the statements made by Donald Trump. But retesting the previous high here, very successful. Now it could either retest just the high or then this whole pattern, but I think the whole pattern was tested. We saw the break, the test, and this is where I gave out a buy signal and where I started to buy. And now retracing, testing that level. I think that level should last unless Donald Trump do something funny over the next week or two. It's going to be a very volatile period. So let's see. But a nice strong reversal from this levels here. I could consider adding a little bit more into XRP. I got a decent position on this break. The pattern was pretty much clear. No issue with this. This is always what I call textbook stuff or seminar. You know, when you present a seminar, you can choose the best patterns. And hindsight is an exact science. But this is a beautiful pattern this. So looking for some bullishness coming in there. XLM also, the break was solid, no problem. Now busy retesting. So we will see, this is the coup de grace to the move. If I draw in a rising trend line here also, you'll see that it's right at that level, that apex of those two lines coming together. So let's see what happens there. A good strong move from here would definitely be perfect. Solana, beautiful bounce on a weekly chart. You can see I'm on a weekly chart here. Strong bounce, test, and the test again, and a strong bounce. So this halfway mark of this long white candle is what they call the sweet spot. And that's also the level I marked. It's sort of a double bottom. It ended up not to be that clear-cut double bottom on the weekly charts. If you look on the dailies, see the dailies sort of showed a double bottom. But that's that resistance level there, which is the daily charts. And then on the weekly charts, you'll see that is the sweet spot of the candle. So very, very strong level I'm going to look at. So I'm waiting for that test, and then a nice strong reversal from there. That could definitely be an area to think of adding to Solana. Bitcoin also retesting, well, the magical $100,000 level, but also this little falling trend line that we had. Let's say a trend line, but the flat bottom, the falling tops, which was a flat bottom triangle, which in any language should be bearish. If it breaks down and confirms, it never confirms, but now it's running up. So the retest there would be legitimate if it reverses from there. That shows the market confirms this as a structure. And also if you connect that lines and you look at these lines here, it's also sort of a flag pattern. So it's a lot of patterns coming together. I don't care about the pattern. All I'm saying is there's a consolidation, and that consolidation is busy playing out. The market needs to prove itself. Then I will definitely consider adding into some Bitcoins if I can get a test and a nice bounce off that. Before we continue, thank you for today's sponsor again, Incasu. When your business needs a reporting platform to improve the quality and speed of making decisions, consider Insight BI, a seamless add-on for reporting and business intelligence. Insight BI is an all-in-one, cloud-based 24/7 reporting solution. For more info, check out the link in the description. Dollar index clearly breaking out this rising trend line. On a big candle yesterday, something about tariffs. Not that I follow news, but I heard something about the tariffs from Donald Trump. And now, solid close, but a gap up this morning, which is quite intense. But let's see, it gaps up. It could retest here this level, and then from there go down the page. I'm not saying the dollar has turned completely bearish. You know, yes, it's dropping. If you look there, the dollar was in my green zone. It's in my red zone here. So it's definitely weakening on the intraday stuff, but it doesn't say on the longer term. So we still need confirmation. I still would like to see a retest there and a nice candle reversal, and then I would still like to see a close below this structure coming in here. Once I see that, I would say, all right, you know what, that's now turning this bull trend into a bear market. Gold still very nicely. We got some longs here. Not that I'm in big there, just a small tiny nibble. But we see now the break of the pattern, which wasn't that clear. On the weekly chart, it's more clear. Solid 2 closes above there now. And on the dailies, we saw a little bit of retracement, which went into the pattern, which bothered me a little bit. So as I said here to you, a little bit. But now making new highs, any stops that's down there, we can definitely pull some stops down to these lows here. So we'll see. No more adding opportunities to something I spot on gold. Weakening dollar. Want to be long on gold. So let's follow this. Then on the New Zealand, the failed head and shoulder pattern I mentioned in the beginning. I showed earlier this week, I said to you, the head, the shoulder, and then another shoulder, the neck, the shoulder, the head, the shoulder, and then the neckline. It got validated by this black close down here. Now, usually, and that's the only point I'm trying to make, is that when there is a pattern like this, the market has never confirmed it. It validated the pattern on its own. You know, I don't like to trade patterns on its own. I like the market to confirm the levels as structure, and from there on, I will take the trades. But it was validated for the normal retail trader for that matter. Spotting a close below, saying, all right, the head and shoulders is in play. And if you look at the head and shoulders pattern, that's the rules. And then that falling trend line is usually the aggressive trailing stop loss on anything. And the aggressiveness of the breakout from there to there is huge, almost 100 points or pips for the New Zealand, which is quite big for New Zealand. So a failed pattern usually ends up in spectacular moves to the opposite direction. And that's the point I'm trying to make here, showing that, and I can't say everything is like this, but the pattern was never confirmed by the market, this level, because the neckline is the breakout. The retest never got confirmed by a candle reversal, but then focus on the spectacular move in the opposite direction. On my mentoring program, we took a little long there on the breakout there, looking good. Then on the Euro Swiss, nice pattern, not say pattern, but you can see a shoulder, head, shoulder on the bigger time frames, and you can see here a strong break running up the page there, a retracement of this structure here. You can see big structure coming in here. I've also connected, you can see here those falling tops, and they all come together here, the lateral support, the diagonal support, the Fibonacci 61% level, that whole trade zone coming together here. If I look at the euro in the green zone, Swiss neutral, so I'm looking at the euro here. And if I can get a nice test here and a nice candle reversal, the trend is turning bullish, that'll definitely be something to consider on taking some longs. Setting some targets here could be from the head to the neckline. If you take that part and you then grab it and take it to the breakout, you can see quite a nice decent target that we can set up there. So on a candle reversal here, we could end up with 20-30 pips stop loss with a nice 60 pip target potentially. But that's the trade I'm looking for today on the Euro Swiss. Then moving on to the indices, the Dow Jones, now with a weakening dollar. I really want to be bullish here. And all I can find is this last directional swing here. Tested it yesterday already, but that's the volatility. I won't use that. I would still like this to come and dribble down here and pick up this market structure here right at the 61% fib level. That's the area. As long as the dollar can stay weak, I want to be long here. And then on the S&P 500, we've got a similar scenario. On a weaker dollar, definitely something to watch. Last directional swing, retracement, 50% right at structure here. So that's the area. We saw the spike, but that's part of the volatility of yesterday and last night. So I would like to see a test and that the market calms down, and then a good and solid clear-cut candle reversal. Then I'll consider some long positions. But guys, trading isn't just about my insights. Please fill up the comments below this video. You can support this channel by checking out all the links in the description. Thank you for joining me today on this trading journey. Remember that trading carries risk, so don't forget to trade responsibly and never trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Can't wait to see my next video. Until then, trade well.